Hello and welcome back to Microbial Concepts. So this is bioactive principles video. Already a video is uploaded on bioactive ingredients. Now we are going to focus on bioactive principles. Okay, so let's start. So already if you are my MSc student, then you know that you have a practical, that is extraction procedures for extracting bioactive principles. Okay, so already a video is uploaded where I have discussed what are bioactive principles, what is extraction, what are different methods used for bioactive principles extraction, etc. So you can watch that. So this is a theory related video. Okay, so here we are just going to focus on bioactive principles, but yes, in the end I have included few viva questions, okay, which can help you. So let's start with the introduction. So the bioactive principles, they refer to the active components within a bioactive ingredient, okay, that are responsible for their biological effects. Now these principles, that means these substances or compounds, they are specific molecules or compounds that interact with our biological systems to provide health benefits. Now, studying these bioactive principles is crucial for identifying them and utilizing them properly for having the health promoting uh, effects, okay, uh, or health promoting properties of natural and the synthetic substances which are present. Now, what is the definition of bioactive principles? So, bioactive principles, they are active constituents in bioactive ingredients that exert specific biological effect on a living organism. Now, these principles, they can be isolated, identified, and studied to understand their mechanism of action and their potential health benefits so they can be used properly. Okay. Now, let's see what are the types of bioactive principles. Now, first one we have is alkaloids. Now, the source is plants. For example, alkaloids, the bioactive principles are caffeine, nicotine, morphine, etc. Now, the benefits of these alkaloids can be stimulating effects or pain relief or therapeutic properties. Depending on which alkaloid you are studying, okay, the benefit may differ. Now, flavonoids, for example, the sources of flavonoids are fruits and vegetables, tea. Okay, the examples are catechin and anthocyanins. Okay, quercetin, and the benefits are antioxidant. They are antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, cardioprotective effects, etc. Then third one is terpenoids. Okay, again the source is plants, herbs, or essential oils. For example, limonene, menthol, curcumin, these are the terpenoids, and they also have anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, anti-cancer properties. Okay, so you can see we have different bioactive principles, and each one has a different benefit. Okay, so depending on the benefit, we can use them for our purpose, health purpose. Next one is polyphenols. Sources are fruits, vegetables, and grains. And examples are res resveratrol, then epigallocatechin gallate, that is EGCG. And the benefits are they have antioxidant properties, anti-aging, and neuroprotective effects. Fifth one is saponins, which we find them in legumes and herbs. Okay, uh, ginseng, ginsennoids and glycerins. Glycerizins. These are the examples of saponins, and the benefits that we have are immune modulation, cholesterol lowering, and anti-cancer effects. Sixth is glycosides. The source is plant and herbs. You can see all these are extracted from plants only. Okay, so these are all phytochemicals and that are having these bioactive principles. Okay, so example is digoxin and salicin, which has cardiotonic effect, anti-inflammatory effects, and pain relief. What are the mechanisms of these bioactive principles? So they work through different or various mechanisms like receptor binding, so interacting with cellular receptors to initiate biological response is the first and basic mechanism that you will find all these bioactive principles they have. Next is enzyme inhibition. Blocking specific enzymes to regulate a metabolic pathway is another mechanism. Then gene expression modulation, where they influence the expression of genes which are involved in health and diseases. Then antioxidant activity, where they neutralize free radicals to prevent cellular damage, and anti-inflammatory effect, where reducing inflammation by inhibiting pro-inflammatory molecules. Okay, so these are the mechanisms of these bioactive principles. What are the applications of these bioactive principles? So they have different applications. So you can see first is pharmaceutical, then second we have is nutritional supplements. Third we have functional foods, and last is cosmetics. Okay. So what are the benefits? So we will see one by one. So first in pharmaceuticals, many drugs are derived from bioactive principles which are found in nature. For example, aspirin is one from salicine, then morphine from opium poppy seeds. Okay. They have beneficial effects like we use them for effective treatments of various conditions with well understood mechanisms. Next is nutritional supplements. Supplements often they contain isolated bioactive principles for targeted health benefits. For example, curcumin supplements, uh, resveratrol capsules, etc. They enhance our health. They have preventive properties from a particular disease, specific therapeutic effects they have. Okay, then for functional foods, foods which are enriched with bioactive principles to promote health. Okay, for example, fortified cereals, green tea extracts, functional beverages, etc. Now, what are the benefits of these? So easy incorporation in our daily diet that have or that so that they give additional health benefits. Then cosmetics, for example, skincare routine. In skincare routine, most of the bioactive principles they are used for manufacturing a particular serum or a cream for beauty and health purpose. For example, retinol, so it has a vitamin A derivative. Then next example is of hyaluronic acid. Now they have benefits like they improve our health, skin health, and anti-aging effects they have, and hydrating our skin is another benefit. Now, what are the challenges and considerations? So, challenges are extraction and purification, like isolating a bioactive principle in pure form can be complex and costly, and getting the same amount and same purified product each and every time. Okay, when you do a batch extraction and purification, it can be a complex procedure. Okay, then ensuring the purity and potency of these compounds in your products. Okay, according to the standards, according to the regulations, you need to meet those standards when it comes to commercializing a component. Okay, or a product. Okay, then next is bioavailability. So many bioactive principles they have low bioavailability, limiting their effectiveness. So developing a method to enhance their absorption and utilization in our body is must. Then safety and efficacy. So we need to ensure that safety of bioactive principles, especially at higher doses. Okay, they should not have any side effects when they are consumed or used in a higher dose. Conducting a thorough research and clinical trials to validate their benefits, safety, side effects, etc. is must. Regulation and standardization. So variability in the concentrations and quality of bioactive principles can be another challenge. Okay, so we need to standardize this process and implementing strict regulatory standards and quality control measures is must when it comes to using bioactive principles in, say, pharmaceuticals or food or cosmetic industry. Now, let's see what is difference between bioactive ingredients and bioactive principles. So first is the definitions. So you can see here, natural and synthetic substances in foods, supplements, or skincare products containing beneficial compound is known as bioactive ingredient. Now, specific active compounds within bioactive ingredients which are responsible for biological effects are bioactive principles. Okay, so let's go to the examples so that it is clear to you. Now, turmeric is a bioactive ingredient and curcumin from the turmeric is a bioactive principle. Okay, so when you start consuming turmeric in your daily routine, you are actually consuming or having the health benefits of curcumin from the turmeric. Next is green tea, which has catechins or caffeine or antioxidant properties. So it is a bioactive ingredient, okay? Green tea. And caffeine from the bioactive ingredient is a bioactive principle, okay? So try to remember these examples so that you can explain properly what are bioactive ingredients and what are bioactive principles. Okay, so another is fish oil, which has omega-3 fatty acid like EPA or DHA. Now, these EPA and DHA, these are the bioactive principles. Okay, now they have pharmaceutical or food or cosmetic industry applications. Okay, lot of applications, so you can mention those. Now, what are the benefits? So, bioactive ingredients, they offer a range of benefits, health benefits due to the synergistic effects of all the components. And bioactive principle, they provide specific health benefits through targeted therapeutic applications. Now, the bioavailability is low in both the cases, but it can be enhanced by the presence of other components. Okay, that means a delivery method is to be improvised for the better absorption. So this was about bioactive ingredients and bioactive principles. Now related to the practical point of view, here are a few viva questions which I think are important. So what are bioactive principles and how do they differ from bioactive ingredients? This is the important question that you might get in your vivas. So the answer is the principles, bioactive principles, they are specific active compounds within bioactive ingredients, okay, which are responsible for biological effects on a living organisms. They are isolated, identified molecules that directly interact with our biological systems to provide health benefits. For example, curcumin is a bioactive principle found in turmeric. Okay. Then second is, can you provide examples of bioactive principles and their sources? So try to remember at least two. For example, curcumin and coffee beans, curcumin from turmeric and caffeine from coffee beans is very easy to remember. Then what are the main mechanisms of action of bioactive principles in body? So already I have discussed this. So I will just list them. So first is receptor binding, second is enzyme inhibition, then gene expression modulation, antioxidant activity and anti-inflammatory effect. So last two are very easy to remember. You can add one more to answer. The next is, how are bioactive principles utilized in pharmaceutical or nutraceuticals? So in pharmaceuticals, bioactive principles are used as active ingredients in drugs to provide specific therapeutic effects. For example, aspirin is derived from salicine and it is a bioactive principle found in willow bark. Now, in nutraceuticals, bioactive principles are incorporated into supplements to enhance the health and prevent diseases. For instance, curcumin supplements are used for their anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. So you can answer this example. Now, what are the challenges associated with extraction and use of bioactive principles? It's already discussed. So first is extraction and purification, their bioavailability. safety and efficacy, regulations and standardization, etc. So these are few important viva questions related to this topic. So if you want to learn more about the extraction methods which are used for extracting bioactive principles, then you can watch my another video. And this topic is mainly covered in masters. So I hope this is helpful to cover your complete concept, to clear your concept and help you for your practicals. So like my videos, do share these videos with your friends and do subscribe to my channel.